say. And this month I really want to focus for this newsletter on endocrine disruptors. This is one of the main reasons I am with Young Living. And it's one of the things I knew absolutely nothing about before I joined Young Living. So the things you learn along the way are pretty incredible. So basically, Young Living is about toxin free, right? Using products every day to help our body to live the way that we are designed to live, to be the best that we can be. However, with the products that we use day to day around the home and on our body, like soaps and makeups, sprays, cleaners, air fresheners, candles, all of these things, they're full of synthetic chemicals inside of them, chemicals that were made in a lab. And these chemicals, when we breathe them in, or if we apply them to our body, apply them to our skin, spray them around the room, they're absorbed into us. It only takes about 20 seconds for our body to absorb these chemicals into us. Inside of our body, they cling to our cells, basically. Our cells should be fluid, moving. They should be able to absorb minerals, absorb nutrients, and communicate with the body really well. However, when synthetic chemicals come into our body through the products that we use, those chemicals bind themselves to our cell and basically put like a shell around our cell so that we can no longer absorb minerals and nutrients and oxygen the way that we should. They've got to really fight to get into our cells. That's why we often start to feel sluggish, fatigued, run down, all of these things. Our body isn't able to operate the way that it's meant to operate. And so, so it's really, really hard. Synthetics are hard to get rid of out of our body because if something was natural and it comes into us, our body uses what it can use, minerals, nutrients, etc., uses it to keep us going and then flushes out whatever is left over that it doesn't need. However, when a synthetic chemical comes along, the body can't recognize it and it doesn't know what it is because it's not natural. And so the body stores it, trying to figure it out, and that's when it gets stuck to us and we just can't get rid of it. Like some people say it takes years and years and years for a synthetic chemical to actually leave your body unless you actively work to get rid of it out of there. Otherwise, it will just stay in us. So I used to believe it's not a big deal. I don't like a little bit of chemical, it's just really not a big deal. And again, that's what I've really changed. I've realized that actually it is a big deal because using a little bit of shampoo, a little bit of conditioner, a little bit of body wash, a little bit of soap, a little bit of makeup, a little bit of moisturizer, a little bit of deodorant, a little bit of whatever, all those little bits very quickly add up to a big bit, and we are piling our body every single day with all these big bits, and it's filling up and it's stockpiling in us, and our body's not getting rid of it as quickly as we are putting it in, and that's when our body goes kaput, basically. And we see it if you look around the world today, people's health, you can visibly see the body not coping in a variety of ways. So that is why I'm really passionate about getting rid of the toxins and the chemicals, not only for myself and my husband, but for my kids, to raise them and their bodies in a healthy way to allow their body to do what it is meant to do. So endocrine disruptors, I challenge you to Google it. There are proven chemicals that are in our everyday products on the supermarket shelves that we just think are safe because they're on the shelf, but nothing's been tested to what it does to the body. People are trying now to backtrack and test these chemicals for what they do, but obviously the products aren't being stopped from being put on the shelf. They stay on the shelf until it's proven, oh yeah, that's actually a really bad product or a bad chemical. So you actually really need to be active yourself, researching and figuring out what is it that I want in my body, in my home, what is it that I don't want. So endocrine disruptors are proven. So endocrine system is inside your body. It's your hormones, it's your messaging system, it's your feelings, it's your emotions, which drive our day-to-day. It's, whatever we do in a day, whatever our actions are, is a result of our feelings. So if this chemical goes into our body, it makes our hormones wonky. It basically replaces a hormone, pretends that it's a hormone, makes our body communicate differently with itself, and we start feeling this, whereas we should be feeling this. I'm not sure if I'm explaining this very well, but basically, yeah, the chemicals just muck up the messaging system in your body so that your body doesn't do what it's supposed to do. There are a lot of chemicals that are proven as disruptors, as hormone disruptors inside our body. You could Google, for example, the dirty dozen. Somebody's going to label it the dirty dozen. There are 12 very common chemicals in day-to-day products that wreck our body, and we are using them daily without even realizing it. One of the ones that I always talk about is the word fragrance, because that is such an innocent word. It could be labeled on the back of your bottle and the ingredients. It could be labeled as fragrance, it could be labeled as parfum, it could be labeled as perfume. That one is my one that I really want to tell everybody about. Beware of the word fragrance. It can hide 100, 200, 300 chemicals in that one word. Like, we just have absolutely no idea what we're using if a product has the word fragrance, because the company that produces that product doesn't have to tell us what's in it, because then they're giving away their trade secret. They're giving away their recipes, so somebody else might produce that same product. So that's why they don't have to tell us. However, if there's 100, 200, 300 chemicals listed, we'd be like, whoa, flippin' heck, I might not use that one. But if it just says fragrance, well, we're like, oh yeah, well, that's pretty innocent. I used to think that's pretty innocent. And you just use it without thinking about it. So that's a real big, strong, dirty dozen word that you need to be cautious of. And try to avoid, which is really hard to avoid, which again is why we've just chosen to go with Young Living, because you don't even have to read the ingredients list in Young Living, because it is pure and it is safe. I have read the ingredients list, but you don't have to. They are pure and safe. So we definitely have switched to this cleaner. Do you know, there's some stats out there showing that if you are a stay-at-home mum, if you work from home, anything from home, you actually could be in one of the most toxic environments, because we clean our benches with sprays, we have room fresheners on, or fly thingamajiggies on. I don't know, we might have upholstered the couches and bits and bobs. And so all these smells, we're literally like swimming in all these smells. And so it's pretty interesting when you start looking at it. Like, you wouldn't think staying home is going to be very toxic, but it's actually been proven that it is very toxic if you stay at home. So that's why we have switched, and we definitely use Thieves in our home. Thieves to spray our benches, Thieves to clean our windows. Yeah, right. When do I clean windows, my mother would say. Thieves to clean our floor and our toilet and everything like that. Yeah, so we have switched to Thieves. There are no endocrine disruptors in Thieves. In fact, there's oils that boost our body and help our body communicate better. And you know, lemon oil, like I said before, once a synthetic chemical is in, it is so hard to get it out unless you actively try to get it out. The way you actively get chemicals out of your body is through lemon oil. A drop in your water daily. Lemon goes in, one drop, and it will break. It's so, the molecules of lemon or of oil are so small, they break right down, and they are on every single cell inside your body in 20 minutes. It blows my mind every time I say that. One drop on every single cell in your body in 20 minutes. Lemon oil, when it's on every single cell, it literally eats away at those synthetics that are holding onto your cell, and makes that shell come off, and makes your cell breathe again. It's just amazing. If you just put one drop of lemon in your water every day and drink it, you are actively getting rid of those synthetics that are in your body, and you are going to create a much healthier body that communicates, that your hormones are going to be balanced, they're going to be talking properly and everything. So that's my topic of the month for April, endocrine disruptors. I challenge you to open your cabinets, pull out your most commonly used product, flick over the back, look at those ingredients. If you don't know, if you can't pronounce them, which you probably can't, just type them into Google and see what pops up. Are they proven endocrine disruptors? Do people know what they do to your body? Yeah, things like that. Feel free to email me, get in touch with me if you want a little bit more information about this. If you are like, oh my word, help me now, then this is my answer. Thieves is my answer. It is so easy to make a switch, to get your home healthy, to get your home clean, to get your body healthy, to get your body clean. So I'm going to leave you with that. I hope you have a fantastic April. yeah, wherever you may be in the world, have a fantastic Easter. And yeah, I will see you again next month. See you later.